Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, our long national nightmare is over. After 6 months away, we're back to playing football.
And this is way better than Watergate, isn't it? Now we get to have some fun. Watch the veterans. They'll play a little bit. We know that. But the big thing, this new crop of rookies and young guys, they get their chance to take the field and earn their spot.
Caleb Sturgis now to do the honors and get us started. And off we go from Salt Lake City. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. He's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Fletcher Cox is a Pro Bowl, all-pro talent at defensive tackle. And even though he didn't have his best year in 2016, still warranted double and triple teams from opposing offenses. If he's singled up, he usually finds his way into the opposing backfield to wreak a little bit of havoc.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
They find some open field here. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. First and 10. Here's Wentz. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From midfield, here's Wentz. And Ingram holds it in. And he's taken down deep in their territory. A big gain of 31 on third down.
If post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way through contact. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offense.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
To a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain, and it's second down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down.
A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times have we talked about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognizes
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here we go now.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now whistles as time has run out on this first quarter. 14-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. He finds an opening past the 40, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 53 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
5 plays there on that drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Operating from the gun. Nash pushing through the contact. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 4 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. .51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, gone. Detroit. Hurry up, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage. I really liked what he did there.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Gone. Hurry up, here we go. Leopard. Set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again,
and
again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
To throw on second down. Nash. Going up top. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Tease Tabor. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little bias. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. On 1st and 10, Nash is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. From the gun, Nash. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Nash. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And it's actually been out of the backfield, handing the ball off where they've had a lot of success. So if you're the quarterback, do you just maybe say, you know, maybe this isn't my day. Our running game's going so well, you just continue to lean on that?
I agree. That's exactly what you do. And you have to kind of take your ego and put it aside, because you always think your next throw is going to be your best throw, right? Your next play is going to be your best play. Lean on what's working for you right now. That should help carry your team to victory if things keep going in the direction that they are.
Yeah, because the formula has them the lead currently. They go play action here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. to throw here on first down. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. The Raiders are out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustment.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. Go.
They'll set up to throw. Hits his target, Hunter. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, you know, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Here we go now. Blue line.
From the gun, Nash. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Operating from the gun, Nash. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 36. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll drop to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Eagles on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Green 39.
Looking to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Lambeau. The Raiders have extended their lead. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a handoff looking right. A little juke. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
All right, here we go. Green, 35.
Looking to throw on second down. Nash, and he's got room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now a play fake here on first down. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Throwing on first down. Nash. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 3 yards to go here on second down. From the gun, Nash, throw left side complete. It's Delgado. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is by Thema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hold for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trucks over him. And now running right through him. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
To throw on 2nd down. Nash. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Nash. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Now they try the right side here. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Now that's Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Blue landing!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And that just makes the final margin even more lopsided. I think they earned themselves a cold drink from the fridge, right?
There's no
Maybe
doubt
some
about it.
pretzels, too, some hummus. Go crazy.
See, we've learned.
Go crazy.
We have learned the